So let's move on to CRT. Last one. Yes, we made it through to the last one of the day. Who would like to go first on critical race theory?
Let's give a little overview on the critical race theory.
Right, let's get the definition down.
Alrighty.
Critical race theory means nothing nowadays.
Hold on. Let's get the actual certified scholar definition of critical race theory, okay?
Yes.
So,
right, or
critical race theory is based on critical theory, okay? Critical theory is basically an outlook. It's a way to view politics and things happening in the U.S., okay? It's an interaction of how the history of our system leads to different wealth disparities happening now, okay? It's a look at how the past has influenced how the building of our systems have influenced inequalities in our systems presently.
Okay? The dictionary.
Now, critical.
Can we get the dictionary definition, bro?
Yeah. So the dictionary definition is.
Go ahead.
I just said no.
It's a body of legal scholarship and an academic movement of civil rights scholars and activists in the United States that seeks to critically examine the United States laws as it intersects with issues of race and to challenge mainstream American liberal approaches to racial justice.
Okay, that's the most libtard definition I've heard.
See, a lot of that, yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't lead with that, because that's a huge turnoff to all Republicans, okay? That's why I didn't even want that in their heads, okay? But anyway, so continuing on. If you apply that to critical race theory, it's basically, it's an outlook of how the creation of our laws have created different racial biases existent in our society today. That's what critical race theory is. Now, critical race theory is not taught in any public school ever in any single state, district, county, town, freaking random little subsect of
That's
America.
A lie, bro.
It is not a lie. It is not a lie. Is not a lie. It is literally only it's only a collegiately academic theory and way of thinking. They literally only teach critical race theory in colleges. Now, critiquing race disparities critically is a different thing. It's a way different thing. Now, basically criticizing the things that happened in the past and how they affected race relations is something that is completely different from critical race theory that Republicans are trying to merge together, which is how they're able to tie in things like I Have a Dream letter from MLK, different things about basically the morality of slavery. That's how they're able to tie those things in, because that is critiquing the history of racial biases critically.
Yeah,
and they think that's critical race theory. Okay? So I'll just say that's my opening statement. Let's move on. Who wants to go next?
I'll speak on it real quick. So CRT, I really tend to believe that it doesn't matter what it means academically, because that's not what it's became today politically. In the political sphere, critical race theory to the Republicans is just a new boogeyman to propagandize their audience and sell destructive ideas and ignore serious issues. I mean, it happens every time their last social outcry dies. They make up something and then it dies, they make up something else and they ignore the issues. And with critical race theory, it's been around for half a decade. It's been taught with no issues, no problem. But now they just want to run to it for a new boogeyman. For example, in Texas, their state Senate passed a Senate bill, it's called Senate Bill 3, under the guise of defeating critical race theory and removing critical race theory, which Wesley said is not taught in any single public school across the country. It's not curriculum. And that bill is a repeal of the House Bill 3979 in Texas. And what it does is this bill, it's generationally damaging, and it's so bad that the House Democrats fled the state, avoiding to have them to vote for it. And it removes the teachings of the women's suffrage movement, the equal rights movement, the Emancipation Proclamation, Brown versus Board, the problems of slavery, and the Ku Klux Klan and white supremacy. Critical race theory, despite what it means academically, it's been a thing to abolish criticism of the United States. It's been a way to be more McCarthyist to people. It's like it's the new McCarthy. It really.
Can we get a
McCarthy.
clear definition?
This is true.
It doesn't matter why
Solomon.
Hold on, let's
solve what critical racism means.
Solomon literally
dang.
read it, and then.
All right. You think you got? Wait, Solomon. You think you got time to just say?
Yeah, I can say for a few more minutes. Yeah, I got you.
All right. Yeah, Solomon is gonna leave after this, so let's just get him to say his piece on it, and then he can head out.
I think we've always been taught that we must learn from our history, and it's a bit of a shame that the amount of parallels you can draw from history that have occurred in the past 2 years, from the pandemic, and how the way the pandemic was very similar to the 1919 pandemic, the Spanish flu, and how you can very much create a mirror image of the 2020 BLM movements to the civil rights movements, to even further it with Reconstruction after the Civil War. And I think the dissolution and the changing of our history, and how as a country we have been systematically rooted in oppression from our very birth.
Oh my God.
And I think trying to limit and not think about those ideals and the start of our country.
Fucking progressivists.
Hold on, let Solomon finish. Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead.
It's that was basically my point. It's literally if we stop historical knowledge, that we're just root to cause the exact same problems that we have in the past.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to go next? Yo, thank you, Solomon, for joining, bro. I appreciate you being a part of this. So definitely let me know next time you're in Orlando. Hit me up, all right?
Yeah. All right. You guys are all
have a good one, Solomon.
Have a good one, bro.
Be safe, brother.
Yeah.
Dawid, would you like to go first, or Oleg, would you like to go first?
I'll just say, I don't really know much about critical race theory, but this is what I'm reading right now. It said that critical race theorists hold that law and legal institutions in the United States are inherently racist as a function to create and maintain social, economic, and political inequalities between
Where are you reading that from?
Non-whites. Britannica. That's just
Britannica.
What is that a right-wing website too, bro?
I don't know. This shit.
No, I'm not asking you because Britannica is pretty neutral. It's just a dictionary website. I think it can be trusted.
Yeah, and those ideas are defensible. I mean, what's wrong with those statements?
Okay, let's take turns. Who's next?
I don't believe I inherently
All right.
It is more right leaning than Wikipedia, actually, but
Wikipedia is completely controlled. Don't even bring that. They literally don't even let certain liberals. That's how bad, because of their spewing.
I'm pretty sure Britannica is literally the same exact thing. You can cite it.
Anyways, let's just move forward. Oleg, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Take off, Gregory.
All right. When it comes to critical race theory, listen, from reading what Dawid has said and reading stuff that I have said, or that I've read from Michigan State University and all that stuff, it basically says the same thing. And to say that American laws now are rooted in racism is completely untrue. And to say that our country was founded, no, it's not.
100% true.
Can I finish? I'll let you
Literally
guys finish.
true.
Wait,
Go ahead, go
whoa.
ahead.
I let you guys
Literally
finish,
true.
Yeah, let him talk.
Oh, hold
Go
on.
ahead, go ahead.
And to say that America was rooted in racism by its birth is completely
True.
untrue, because we literally have our founding fathers talking about slavery, not bringing up their color, but talking about, hey, we should abolish this. And they're saying, oh, we will get to it, but right now is not the time. You can search it up. Thomas Jefferson, I believe, brought it up. A bunch of other founding fathers brought it up. You think you're laughing, but it's the truth. The only time you really see
owning people and didn't. It's like
it was
Bro,
never
what?
about
they felt
racism.
bad about owning.
What are you talking about? I'm trying to bring up the point that it was never about racism.
It is.
No, it's not. Now our laws are definitely not racist inherently.
Were any other
they're
races
not.
enslaved other than black people in America? Am I missing something?
They're not. They weren't enslaved because they were black. They were enslaved.
Okay,
which
so who
happened
else
to
was
be
enslaved
no. Guess what?
Yo,
Inherently-
Wesley, bro, mute these motherfuckers. Organize them.
All right,
I
yeah,
can't understand what
let
they're
Greg finish. Let Greg finish.
Alex, you're saying that they were enslaved because they were black. They were not enslaved because they were black. They were
Exactly.
enslaved because the region that they came from were selling slaves, which happened to be black. Okay, which happened to be black. A white man just didn't go across to Africa and said, you know what, this black man is lesser than me. No, he never said that. He said, are you selling this slave? Okay, yes. And guess what? The same people that were selling the slaves were black. Okay, so let's get that stigma out. So America was not based on racism. It turned into racism, obviously, because when you free slaves and people view them as lower, they're going to find everything that they can to discriminate against them. Now, with the Civil Rights Act in 1965, that these things were removed. And then guess what? There was more sanctions on discrimination that kept on happening. Now, unfortunately, there are exploits that do happen because of what happened in the past, but that does not make America racist now. That does not make America a racist now. It's not. That the fact
Makes
that
it rooted in racism.
no, we're not rooted in racism. I just explained to you that we're not.
Okay, hold on. Oleg, did you go?
No, I didn't. But to be
Okay,
honest,
hurry up.
I wanna have Alex go first because I want to hear his libtard bullshit and then I want to destroy it. So
Wesley, can I ask Alex a question? Alex, what institutions like in the United States right now are inherently racist?
The criminal justice system.
Criminal justice, bang!
Oh yeah,
Bang! Boom!
Guess what? Guess
What
who's
are
in charge of
talking
some
about?
of these justice systems? Kamala Harris, who is what? Black. So guess what? They are. You want to talk about racism? How come a black person is in charge of that? And she's
okay. As a black person, let me speak on this since this is my issue.
Go ahead.
She is also upholding racism. We don't fucking claim her, nigga. Black people, we don't fucking claim her, okay? Real niggas that know shit, we don't fucking claim her. The reason that she was a big thing wasn't because she was black, was because she was a woman, okay? Niggas don't fucking claim her. Niggas been knew about her history on drugs and imprisonment. We don't claim her as a nigga. Trust. We don't claim her. So just because black people, Obama, we don't claim that nigga, because guess what? He should have legalized
You guys
marijuana.
don't claim
we don't
Obama?
claim him. Fuck that nigga.
That's not true.
Fuck that
yeah,
nigga.
okay, bro.
Fuck that
Yo,
nigga.
I gotta speak now.
The only reason we love Obama was because he was great at heart and he was an amazing black man to be the first president, okay? We gotta respect it.
What?
We gotta respect it. But every nigga knows that Obama did nothing for black people. People, you ask any black person that, they will say, we know.
I know
Obama did
this.
nothing
I
for
know
black people.
nothing for practically
know that.
anybody other than
we
gay
know
rights.
that.
That's it.
So it doesn't matter who the hell's in charge as if the rule is still upheld. I don't care who's upholding the rule. Stop upholding the rule. Period.
Yeah, like you guys act like you guys never heard of broken windows policing, and how are you guys gonna say that? No, like this stuff isn't rooted in
Stop and frisk.
racism. It
No,
obviously
this
is
is-
rooted in
This is what I'm
racism.
reading. This
Stop
is
and
saying
frisk.
very
Hold on,
much.
Stop and frisk was made by a Democrat leader.
I
That's
have-
what I'm
I don't care.
Who
That doesn't
cares?
mean-
I don't care.
That doesn't mean
I don't
that
fucking
it
care.
isn't
It
rooted
still
in
ends up-
racism.
Can I say something? There's
Exactly.
obviously
That doesn't
race
mean shit to me.
There's
I don't
obviously
care. Democrats,
race
fuck Democrats too. I'm not a Democrat. Fuck Democrats.
Can I say something? There's obviously race issues in the police force. I never said there's not. There's obviously people in the police force that are racist. We're not debating that. This is saying that critical race theory hold that all of American institutions as a whole are inherently racist.
And
Rooted in
Okay, let me hold on. Let me
They are
speak.
not.
Let me speak real quick, okay? So people always love this is what Republicans' number one thing. Where's the racism in our institutions? Okay. Let me explain it to you. Number one. Listen, I'll mute everybody here. Listen, with the 13th Amendment, it basically allowed slavery through imprisonment, okay? This is understood. Your rights are taken away when you are a prisoner. You know what Republicans got from that information? They're like, okay, cool. Let's institute as many black prisoners as possible so we can still have their hold over them. That was what the war on drugs was. If you don't know it, look into Nixon's administration. If you look into Richard Nixon's administration, all administrators literally admitted it, that's why war on drugs was created, okay?
Well,
then we want to talk about, let's talk about the housing discrimination, okay? So back when the GI Bill was actually instituted, it was very racist. Black veterans rarely got the same loans as white veterans. 1, 2. Then on top of that, there was redlining. Keep in mind, the GI Bill is what led to this huge boost in suburbia. This is what made the nuclear family a big thing in America. So not allowing black people access to those houses during that time when it was cheapest and most widely available hurts people now because those houses are passed down to white children. White children, they have old family houses from freaking decades ago, and they pass it down to their children and their children, and that builds generational wealth, okay? Black people never had that opportunity to get into those suburban areas. Therefore, getting those houses now is a lot harder than it was in the 50s.
I have one question.
Solid facts.
Okay,
That's just
I have
solid
one question
facts.
before you can.
Then there's voter disenfranchisement among black people. There's the gerrymandering that happens in every single Republican state that is rooted since we haven't touched the way that districts are broken down. That's something that has been in places for ages. That in itself leads to gerrymandering, a racist outcome, okay? So I hate when everyone tells me there was no racism in our institution.
What's your solution?
It's a bunch of bullshit. Okay?
Wait, Wesley, I have a question.
Reparations.
What's your solution?
Oh, wait.
And
My
the war
question
on
is
drugs, UBI. We can start with that.
There you
What's
go.
your solution, yo? I want to hear
Wesley.
Open it up so that
All these policies that you're
every single
talking about.
American who is 18 years old and a proven citizen of the United States is allowed to vote. I don't give a fuck about registering to vote. I think that's a dumbass idea. I think if you're a citizen of the United States and you're eligible, you should have a right to vote as soon as you show up.
Immigrants from voting and swaying our votes.
Illegal immigrants don't have social security numbers, fool.
Dude.
If you have a social security,
they can vote. What are you talking about? You say you don't believe
they don't have. If you get rid of that and make sure that people have driver's license and social security numbers, it eliminates the threat of immigrants having access to vote.
Wait. So you're saying you want like a person at the voting booth to just look at like a social security card and be like, okay, cool.
You know those things are easily fakeable too, right?
You have a list of everyone that is a U.S. citizen. You have a database. You have a database of all eligible voters. You have a database. We should create a database of all eligible voters that has access to every single voting system in the United States. Everyone has access to this database. If you're on the database and you qualify, all you have to do is show your license of registration, your license, and your social security number. Boom, that just fixes the problem right there.
Wait, hold on. Dawid, go.
Onto this database. How else would you get the database if you don't register onto the database?
We already have access of people. You're saying we don't have access of every single American citizen right now? We don't
No.
have access to their birth records and whether they're an American citizen. How do people get on? Freaking.
Not every
do anything.
Not every citizen votes.
What? Yeah. That's why you have a database full of eligible voters. And if you're in that database, you're granted clearance to vote. It's as simple as that.
Every
Why
American?
it shouldn't be on Americans to hop through obstacles to vote. I think the government should provide an easy institution and way to vote. Okay, then that's literally a disagreement on opinion.
No.
You think that it's on
my opinion. If I want to,
you should go through obstacles. You should do all of these things in order.
What obstacles am I going through? I literally freaking. I go to get my license, right? And they ask me, "Hey, do you want to sign up to vote? Here's how you do it." And then they give me it, or they do it for me. How does
When's
that
the
make
last
sense?
time When's the last time a 50-year-old person went to go get their license?
50-year-old person should have a fucking license. If you're 50 years old,
yeah, but you just said you have to register to vote at the point of your license. But some people
don't do
that.
If you don't have the license,
people have
if you don't
to go
have
to the
some
DMV?
form of a
Why should people have to go to the DMV?
Oh my God. Okay, so what you're telling me, listen, what you're telling me is that we should not have adult responsibilities, right? We shouldn't have a 50-year-old man should not have to have a license to identify themselves. That's what you're telling me, right? Right? That's what you're telling me. Am I correct or am I wrong?
They should have a license.
Okay, so then what is the problem? I don't understand. It's literally like this. They do it for you. They're registering for you. So what is the problem? If you go get your license, they do it for you. That's just one way. You can register online. You can.
But what if you have to re-register?
Exactly. You realize you don't register for the rest of your life. You have to re-register for voting. So you can't just go and you don't have to go and get a new license every single time. You have to re-register your voter's ID card. It doesn't make sense what you're saying.
It doesn't make sense what you're saying. I'm bringing up one way that you can get it. And you can get multiple ways. You can go online.
I'm not saying there's not ways to do it. I think that the ways to do it are fucking unnecessary and stupid. I think if you're eligible to vote, you should just be able to go vote. I don't think you should have to go through all these
in a
hoops
perfect world,
and juggle
that
all
would be
these
fair,
shits
but
to
this
do
isn't
that.
a perfect world. You have to do these things. It's called being an adult. You have to do
are
these
we
things.
not
You want
supposed
to
to-
vet? If you want to vote, you know what you have to do.
Oh,
If anything, it's on
in
the
a
government to
perfect
promote
world-
these ways.
in a perfect world, we wouldn't have any immigrants coming to this country.
No,
but we don't live in a perfect world.
No,
so why are you
no,
trying
that's not true.
why are you
That's
trying to
not
limit
true.
immigration?
America's
Why are you trying to limit immigration?
I never said
Why are you trying to limit immigration?
I never said I was limiting immigration.
But that's what Republicans are trying to do. That's what Republicans are actively trying to do. Look, Oleg, he's on your side. That's your man's right there. You're in the same side. That's your man.
What's the problem with that?
So
let me tell you what the problem
I'm just
with
saying.
that.
No. What's the problem?
If we live in a perfect, it's not a perfect world. Why should we try and fix anything? Why should we try and make anything better if we already don't live in a perfect world? We don't live in a perfect world. Why try to make anything better? That's a dumbass argument.
Go home, bro.
Different things. He's talking about specifically voting. You're talking about immigration.
I'm trying to make every single institution. I'm trying to make every single American institution better. I don't think there's any institution that we can't touch or make better currently in this
Nobody
in
said
America.
that. Nobody said that. Nobody's saying that. But we were talking about.
He's saying I shouldn't try and create any other ways to make it easier for people to vote.
No,
because
you're
in a
saying.
perfect
Listen to
world,
what you said,
we would
Wesley.
already have that, but that's
Wesley,
not possible.
listen to what you said. Listen to what you said. Listen to what you said.
You know why we have people?
You said we. Go ahead. Go ahead, John.
Do you know why people have to register to vote? Right? It's to check if they're eligible. Right? Check their history. A bunch of preventive measures to see if they're actually eligible to vote. This is how America at the moment checks if a voter is actually eligible to vote. If you take this away, it's a lot easier for voter fraud to occur.
Exactly.
It's a lot easier
That's a non-issue. That's a non-issue, though. We have safe elections.
What are you talking about?
We recently had.
Literally, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. There was a lot of.
We had one of the safest elections in election history.
In the election. There was a lot of messing about in the election. Don't even bring that up.
last
No,
on
I
both
haven't finished making my
both
point.
sides
The
was
last
very-
election was one of the safest elections in
Nah,
election.
bro, you smoking that
What?
libtard tag.
What?
That is
That's
crap. That is
I'll send
crap.
I'll send the poll.
Okay,
I don't
send
care
it,
about
send
the
it.
poll, bro. Stop
don't
telling
care.
me. Like, you
Not
keep
the
trying
poll,
to
I'll
sell
send
me
the
that
stat.
liberal
I'll send the
information,
stat.
bro.
It's
Like, you're
it's
sending
a
me
stat.
NBC,
Listen, we're
bro.
talking
Why would
about
I be
voting.
reading
Let's
NBC?
talk
It's
about
not.
back to.
I
Why are
didn't
you
even
sending
finish
me?
the chat.
So
Let's get back to CRT.
Oleg's argument right now is why are you sending me any statistics, bro? Why
Wait,
are you
wait,
sending
wait,
me
wait, wait, wait.
information,
Let's get
dog?
back to CRT.
Okay,
Let's
bro,
get back
I'm
to
gonna go and
CRT.
share,
about
like,
Talking about
Alex Jones
voting.
statistics
Let's
and
get back to
studies that
CRT.
Do you want me to share, like, Alex
educated,
Jones info with you, bro?
verified people have done.
Listen,
What
listen,
other
listen.
information have you linked to chat? Me and
Listen,
Alex have been
listen.
the only ones linking
Listen.
any information to
Let
chat.
Oleg respond. Let Oleg respond.
All right, go ahead.
Yo, I was gonna talk about CRT in the beginning, and first of all, I haven't heard like anything about race yet. Like, actually, one argument so far. We're talking about critical race theory. Clearly, it's got something to do with race. All I heard is that all American institutions are inherently racist. I think that nowadays,
Okay.
institutions themselves are not racist. The laws are not racist.
Okay, but
And
they have racist outcomes because of you have to amend the things
because they're racist people.
The things that happened at the beginning of the
They're
institution
rooted in
in
racism.
order for.
They're not rooted in racism.
Okay,
Yes,
America's
they
not
are.
rooted in
I just explained
racism.
it to you.
Just gave
I
Nah,
it.
bro,
just
don't give me
explained
that
it to you.
racist.
I
We
literally
did not
just
fight
gave you a whole
racist
list of
Okay,
redlining, housing discrimination, criminal justice
Listen, when
discrimination,
you talk about
voter
America's rooted in
disenfranchisement.
racism,
That's
you're
all
that's
here.
the foundation.
We're
We're
talking
not
about
talking. America, when America was created, it was not rooted in racism. Now, the laws that happen because of racism are rooted in racism. But what have we done? We've literally gotten rid of them. Period. Point blank. We've gotten rid of them.
That's not.
Now, do I agree
That's
with
not
that
true.
there are racist?
That's simply not
Bro,
true.
name me a racist law, bro.
The war on drugs, all of it.
A
Crack
racist
versus
law. A
crack
racist
versus
law
cocaine
that's
disparities. How you can get more time in jail for crack versus cocaine, and the reason that happened was because crack was more easily accessible to poorer people, which happened to be black. That's the whole reason. That's a racist law in and of itself.
It's
Racist
also-
disparities
it's also-
between marijuana
let me
and
finish on that.
fucking
times
gerrymandering is
that's
literally
poor
racist.
versus
Gerrymandering
rich.
is racist.
That's poor
Gerrymandering is
versus
racist.
rich. Okay? Bill Cosby, a rich black man, assaulted how many women? And now where's he at? This is class versus class. This is not black man versus white man.
Okay. Let's
Rich
get
black
something
people who
fucking.
snort cocaine.
Let's get
do not
something
get this-
distinguished.
do not get
Let's
fucked,
get
okay?
something distinguished right now. You're a class fucking reductionist. Okay, that's essentially what you
Okay.
are. You're,
Mhm.
That's dumb as shit. The class,
Right.
Yes, I agree with you. Class is number one, the biggest inequality ever. I'd much rather be a rich black man in America than a poor white man, 100%. But I still would much rather be a poor white man in America than a poor black man. So that disparity still exists. Not everything is just off class.
So we're talking
True.
about
I never said
economic
that was just off
disparity
class, but
instead
the
of racial
fact that you're
disparity.
trying
That's
to
what
say
we're
that
talking about.
crack
What?
versus cocaine is because of race is a lie. Okay?
More black people used it was the reason that more black people are incarcerated.
Wait, so are you saying you don't believe the war on drugs is rooted in racism? Because there was literally a Nixon administration that said
Nobody's saying that, but what that was literally coming off. That was literally
no.
coming
Oleg
off
is
the Civil Rights Act.
effectively saying
Oh.
saying that it's not a racist
I'm
law.
effectively, unless I
Yeah,
said it,
you
I didn't
are.
say it.
You are. You're just
No, I'm
dancing
not
around
saying, you don't
it.
have,
You're
bro, you
just
don't have to
dancing
say
around
you
it
are,
because
you
you're saying,
are.
oh,
What does that change?
you're just dancing around it. You're basically what are you arguing then, other than it's not racist? Because Wesley is making the point that the war on drugs is racist, and you're arguing it right now. You're just dancing around the point. And
Right,
if you go
and I'm saying-
Okay, I'm saying it's not racist. Are you happy?
okay, thank you for not dancing around the point.
right.
Now I'm saying
You guys-
now I'm going to address that point. A Nixon administration advisor already said that they wanted to criminalize the hippie and black lifestyle. That was the point of the war on drugs. That is
so it's not
that is
just against
quote.
black people. How is it?
Oh my God, it doesn't matter. Black people were involved. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Okay, black people are involved all over the fucking world. So what about just black people being involved? They clearly
That's
were
dumb
trying
as
to arrest
shit.
hippies.
Okay, what if I had a law that targeted white people and Christians?
That'd be racist.
It's not racist. No, it's attacking Christians. How is it racist? How is it racist? It's not just attacking white people.
No, it's
White
not
people are
racist. It's
everything.
discriminatory.
White
My
people
bad.
are in
It's not
everything.
racist. It's discriminatory. It's not racist.
No.
It's
That's
discriminatory.
fucking stupid.
First,
that's
no, that's
literally
wrong,
dumb
bro.
as shit.
Okay,
bro,
what-
like,
But
That's
hold
wrong,
on, wait a
bro.
minute, wait a
You
minute.
gave a
I'm
wrong
not saying that
example.
the war on drugs aren't racism because they aren't racist inherently because at the end of the day, they did come out of literally the 60s, which was a very, very big time for racial rights and all that stuff. So
My
of
God,
course,
bro.
now
Wesley,
we're coming out the decade.
what you said is wrong, bro.
What?
Coming out that
You
decade,
can't
and
just
of
say
course,
that
we're
you have a
still gonna
law targeting
experience.
Christians and white people. Okay, you have to, because they were targeting drugs, and those who use drugs the most were hippies, and as you said, your words, you black people. Okay, they targeted drugs and those who use them most. Okay,
They said
if you target,
we wanted
if
to
you target, for
criminalize the
example,
lifestyle of black
What-
and
what-
hippie people. He said they wanted to
Okay, so-
criminalize the lifestyle of black people.
okay, if
Why is
somebody's
You're
lifestyle
saying
is
it like
shooting up
it's not
crack
wrong
up their
to
fucking.
criminalize a
Crack-
racist
crack-
lifestyle. What are you going
lifestyle
on
of
about?
black
What do you
people?
mean?
What
Okay.
are you talking about?
Yes, crack was running more rampant in black neighborhoods than in white neighborhoods. Yes, 100%. Yes.
I'm confused, bro. They were fighting
No,
drugs.
that's what Dawid was asking.
But
some
I
stupid
know,
question.
but why is it bad to try to stop crack?
Because why is it more? It's not any
Look at
more
that, bro. They got his
dangerous.
ass.
It's not any more dangerous than cocaine is. More people
Okay,
don't die
so
off
what, it
crack
shouldn't
than
be
cocaine.
Crack is more
Why
dangerous
is
than
there a
coke. What are you
disparity
talking
just
about?
because it's
What are you
crack?
talking
Why is there a
Crack-
disparity
crack-
just because it's crack?
Wesley, crack is way more dangerous than cocaine.
That is true, bro.
Crack is cut up by so many different substances, bro. Most of the time, there's barely any actual coke inside crack, dude. Crack is way more fucking dangerous than coke. Way more dangerous. That's why coke is way more expensive than crack. Because crack is a bunch of shit,
Yeah,
dude.
but you're
It's the
missing
poor
the
man's
point.
cocaine.
You're missing the point. That's not how the war on drugs was discussed. It's like,
I know.
this
But
is
just-
more. Wait, let me finish.
They
let me
are
finish,
equally
let me finish.
dangerous.
Let me
Okay,
finish.
whatever
Let me
you
finish.
just said was literally a lie, a bald-faced lie. Mountain View Recovery Organization literally said cocaine and crack are almost chemically identical. They are also equally dangerous, and using them carries the same risk of dependency, overdose, and death.
And
Okay,
one
okay,
was
not the
criminalized
point.
That's
more to
literally a
target
bald-faced
race.
lie.
They were
You just
fighting.
lied
Were they
right to
fighting
my
only?
face.
Yo, Wesley, were
Bro,
they fighting
the
only
reason
against crack?
the reason crack is more dangerous is because how much significantly it's what's called lower in price. People
Okay.
could buy it at much higher quantities. People could get it way more accessibly than coke. This is why it is way more dangerous than coke inherently, dog. This is why it's more dangerous.
Either way, both things are dangerous.
Okay,
A knife
okay,
and a
okay,
gun
okay,
is still
okay.
dangerous.
Was
Are you
crack
gonna
the only
fucking
thing that they fought
if someone
against?
kills someone with 20 people with a knife versus someone that killed 20 people with a gun, you're gonna have a higher disparity on the person that did it with a gun? No, that's fucking retarded. It's both dangerous at the equal rate.
Okay.
Okay.
Yo,
Well, no,
was
that's
crack
not
the
true.
only
A
Just
gun-
thing
a
that they
because
were
gun is-
more
fighting
people
against?
use guns doesn't mean shit.
Yo,
Fuck
so
that
you
issue.
guys-
Fuck it. Okay, crack and cocaine are both equally bad. Was crack the only drug that they were fighting against? Because you said they were fighting both
Oh,
against
like you're
black
missing the
communities.
point, though.
I
You're missing the point, though.
Nah, you're
Hold
just
on.
trying to say it's
No,
racist,
let
bro.
me
And
address-
yeah,
let me
miss me
address
with
it.
that
Let me
racist
Let me
shit.
address it, though, because that's not how the war on drugs was discussed. Let me finish. Don't interject, because the war on drugs was not discussed. Oh, this is more dangerous than that. We need to target this and not that. The war on drugs was discussed. Oh, we see black people using that. We see Chinese using opioids and making money. So let's criminalize that. Let's criminalize that. Let's leave cigarettes alone. Let's leave beer alone. Let's leave what the white people use alone. But let's Chinese people that are using opioids.
It's not
We're
true.
criminalizing
There's
that.
a huge heroin. There's a huge heroin epidemic, and it affects a lot of white trash people.
That is
Not a lot of white. A lot of white people
Okay,
in poverty.
okay,
Stop
okay,
interjecting.
okay. Let me
Hey,
respond.
Hey, let
Let
him
me finish.
finish. Let
Let
him
me
finish.
finish. The war on drugs was not discussed on, oh, well, this is more dangerous. This was not discussed on a base of public policy to help people. This was race-based. This was race-targeted.
Okay.
There was not a blanket ban on all drugs. They targeted individually. They saw the Chinese communities making money off opioids. They targeted that, and then they banned that. They saw marijuana use.
Why are opiates
hippies.
good in a fucking community? Why is that?
doesn't mean ban. Okay, does banning them lessen the use? Does banning them lessen the use? No,
Yes,
it doesn't.
it actually does, bro.
No,
it
it
actually
doesn't.
does.
No, it doesn't. More people are addicted to
actually
drugs now than at the height of the war on drugs. More
Because
people are
they're
at the drugs now
popular.
than
Because
before.
they're goddamn popular. That's
They
why.
were
Okay, so the
popular
war on
back
drugs
then.
does shit.
Why?
The war on drugs
You
did
just
nothing.
You just said this is what you just said, right? He said he targeted Chinese people, right, by going after opiates.
Yes, because that was their source of wealth. They were selling opioids. They had opioid
Why is that good?
pharmacies.
Why should he not?
Because they were a painkiller. They could be used well. They could be used good.
What are you
They're a
Why would you
talking
say?
about?
Are you
You get
saying
addicted to that shit. What are you
legally
talking about, man?
this is insane, dog? Do you not know how bad the opioid crisis is? And you're now saying that people are
Okay,
getting
what solves the opioid crisis?
Wait. And my thing
I
is
think
this.
you
Do
guys
you
are.
think
I
that
think
they're
you guys.
targeting-
I think you guys
Yeah.
are focusing on the wrong
Yeah,
fucking
points
thing.
over
Because
all
the
your
thing that
fucking
if you
heads. The
actually
opioid
gave
crisis
listen,
solved.
listen, if you actually gave even a single fuck about what you were actually saying, then you would be for decriminalizing all drugs. It's as simple as that. Because when you actually look, shut up. When you actually look at statistics of what things actually happen when drugs are criminalized, that does not lower the usage rate of that drug anywhere in the world. Portugal, they decriminalized all drugs. The usage rate of drugs dipped. They just fucking evacuated. Boom, just sank because of the decriminalization. Because when you can regulate drugs, when you can regulate things like marijuana, that eliminates the black market, and that'll probably, which is a good thing for you, Oleg, lower immigration. Because, you know, these people are coming for drugs and all that shit. So if you legalize it and you regulate it so that you make the black market obsolete, then these people won't have a reason to come here.
Black market will never.
Yo, Alex.
Why cartels are so powerful?
Alex, okay, so let's say I agree that the war on drugs with you are racist. So what's your argument, man? So, like, according to you, pretty much just the Nixon administration just woke up one day and said, fuck black people, fuck Chinese people. We're just going to start jailing them. That's basically right.
They've been that way since they were 5 years old.
Oleg,
they grew up that way.
Wait, hold on. I want to hear Oleg. What were you asking me?
I'm okay. Let's say I understood that. Let's say that I agreed with you that I was just, you know, racist. Okay, it's racist. I'm just confused. You know,
you cut out, Oleg.
Yeah, he's cut out. I don't know what he's saying.
Basically, what I want to ask is that do these.
Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. Oleg, you cut out right now. We'll give you like 5 seconds, or else we're moving on. Okay, cool. Anyone else got a question?
Basically, what I'm gonna say is, do these laws still apply, or have they gotten rid of them? Have they gotten rid of them?
Is drugs still legal? Is drugs?
No. I'm talking about the drug war. Are they still
a race issue right now? How are drugs a race issue?
Because black people are literally disproportionately facts, literally disproportionately being put in jail cells for the same thing. It's that easy. Yeah, that's how it's racist. There are literally racist outcomes. More black people are put in jail for the same thing. That's how it's racist.
Black people and white people use marijuana at the same rates. Yeah, black people are jailed 4 times more, even though they use it at the same rates.
Who gets caught?
That's a racist criminal justice system.
Who gets caught more?
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying who gets caught more
or something.
No. I'm not saying they're dumb. I'm not. Whoa! Don't say that.
You know the reason why they get caught more. You know the wait. This is a great point. Actually, I'm glad you brought this up. It just sparked my mind. You know because they're being over-policed.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot more police in those areas.
Okay, but why are those places policed in the more impoverished areas? Why are they?
Because our system is rooted in racism.
No, because crime happens more there. So of course, if you're a smart person, which I would hope you guys are, right?
But this isn't just about poverty. But this isn't just about poverty. But this isn't just about this. That was the black and white thing.
Let's say that was
exactly
that impoverished people commit crime at a higher rate. You literally said that at the beginning of the debate. Exactly. You rewind the debate back. You literally said this.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you over-police them. The reason why they commit crime at a higher rate is because they literally get caught at a higher rate. So things like
what do you mean?
Listen, let me finish.
I'm listening.
So
I'm
menial
letting you
things.
go.
So menial things like smoking marijuana that gets you caught. Let's say some guy gets caught smoking marijuana in his neighborhood at 19. Okay, he gets caught. He gets thrown in jail. That's now on his record. Now, rather than try and find a menial job, because that's what you're limited to now because of your record, rather than try and find a menial job, he's like, screw this, I'm just gonna go back to selling drugs. And then they get rampant in that. They get into more violent crimes, they join gangs, and that's how this whole thing starts. Right?
Wesley,
So it's
I
these
think-
little things, these little crimes that get put on their records that hurt their lives forever and drive them further into crime.
Wesley,
So if you let a lot of those people slide by the same way that you do in white neighborhoods, because there just literally aren't enough police there to actually physically see it, then those criminal records aren't started so young for such stupid bullshit, and then they don't lead into a life of crime.
Okay,
So
Wesley.
then it lowers the amount of crime in general
We
because
have
there
a
aren't as
huge
many
Wait.
people.
Wait. So you're saying that the black kid gets thrown in jail, right? That's forever in his record. That's just not true. You have once you commit an offense, you actually have the choice. You can go do what's it called? Community service, whatever they ask you to do before you see a judge, and then you will get away spot-free clean. You can get it expunged, okay? So what you're saying is that you're talking about a black person
You realize
that
that's
has
not
committed
available
multiple
everywhere. You realize
Yeah,
that's not
dude.
available everywhere. That was available in Wellington and Royal, yes, but that's not available everywhere in this country.
We're talking, okay, all right. Then in those areas, they should implement those, don't you think, right? Because over here, you can't say that we have racist laws like that because they give you the option. So if we're giving multiple, if the person gets caught on the second time for doing that, then that's on them. Now, do I agree with legalization of marijuana? No, I think we should legalize it because there's a lot of medicinal views. So when we're talking about that, yes, we should legalize it. But what you're talking about is a person who's been caught multiple times doing it. So of course they're going to go to jail and they're not going to get it rid. They're not going to get that expunged or anything like that because you were given a chance.
Okay, so you think that
And I'm talking about
people should
Florida.
have their so you think that people should have their lives ruined because of smoking marijuana?
No, I just told you. Did you
No,
not see what I
but
said?
you're saying what you just said was yeah, I realize, even though, I don't think that it should be legal, but just because it isn't legal, if you get caught, you deserve having your life fucked
no,
up.
no. I
deserve
never
it.
said that. Listen to what I said, Wesley, because we are not lawmakers. I said I think that marijuana should be legalized. But under the current law, if you are an adult and you get caught once smoking weed, don't get caught doing it again. What are you doing? And literally, you can smoke it
You can't
inside
control
your
that.
house.
You think people
Smoke it
are
inside your
wanting
house.
to?
You can smoke it inside your house. And
Yeah,
the
guess
cops
what?
cannot come
Guess what?
inside. The
Guess
cops
what?
can't
You
come
realize?
inside.
You realize people can freaking smoke out in their backyard. Their neighbor tells on them. Then they get the cops called. The cops come to their house. They smell the weed, and boom, just like that.
You know,
Dude,
people
why
live
would
in
you be smoking
apartments
it in
as
your
well, right? Like people can't
No,
just
they-
go outside. People can't just go in their like backyard.
Yo, Alex,
right? What's up?
you trying to let me you trying to let me finish what I was trying to say? I got cut out.
Yes, please.
Fucking-
You did cut out. I wanted to
Go
hear what
ahead.
you wanted to say.
Yeah, we do gotta wrap this up soon, though.
Yeah,
guys.
bro,
Okay,
we
I
started like 2
want to
hours.
address what
This
Oleg
has
has
been a
to
minute.
say.
Okay, so
Yo.
your point, bro, we're back on this shit. Your point is basically that the war on drugs is racist. So what I'm trying to figure out is just why, bro. Like, so the Nixon administration just woke up one day and just said, fuck black people, fuck Chinese people, fuck everyone else except white people. We're just gonna start jailing everybody. And why? Because I don't know, because we just don't like them, And that's pretty much what you say, And I'm kind of having a hard time believing that.
That's exactly it. They grew up
Let me answer
racist.
it,
They didn't wake up racist. They've been racist. They just got to a position of power where they can exert racist policies and enact racist policies. That's literally, it's as simple as that. They've always been racist since they were freaking 10 years old in fucking middle school. But when they were 10 years old in middle school, they didn't have the ability to enact racist laws. So when they had that chance, they took it.
And plus
Okay.
why is it so hard to believe that when the population at the time was racist as hell, Nixon did that to appeal to them. They wanted to criminalize that. Obviously, why is it hard to believe that somebody would enact racist policy and to appeal to racist people? Why is it so
and get
hard
the
to...
Southern whites, get the votes of the Southern whites.
Okay, honestly, bro, because I've yet to find a normal person that's just simply racist. And I kind of refuse to believe that a country of 300 million people, you know, where I'm sure a majority of people are normal that just want to live their lives, are just racist, you know.
Yeah, it's a shitty world, though,
Nigga.
Leg.
Them, you know.
Yeah,
I've
bro.
yet to find anyone like that,
I'm
bro.
sorry you weren't able to do that, but yes, they exist.
Wait,
they are out
wait.
there.
But I want to bring
110%.
up this point. I want to bring up this point right now.
Trust.
You said
Ask my family.
You said you were talking about you know, when they were 10 years old. Yeah, when they were 10 years old, when Nixon was 10 years old, I think he came into office like around 60 years old. He was like, it was in the 1930s, 19
Earlier than that.
Where there was racist policies. So of course, when you have a president that is coming from those racist policies that were implemented, right? Yes, they're gonna be racist. But what I'm saying is now in America, we're not rooted in racism.
That's still the roots. Those are still the roots.
That's roots,
The
though.
1930s are not the root of our country. The 1760s and 70s.
You think it was
country.
progressive in the 1700s
No,
or
dude,
something?
what I'm telling you, no, because that's when our country was made. Am I wrong or am I correct?
Was it
Okay,
progressive?
Greg, you know what, Greg, I can fix this whole problem for you. Okay, racism has not been rooted since the beginning of our country.
Okay.
But pretty close time after that, it has been. It's as simple as that. For a long-ass time, a very long-ass time, racism has been a part of America.
And wait a minute,
and a part of institutions in America.
You're right.
For a very long time.
You're right. It has been a part. But if our country was so racist, how come? And if our country was rooted in racism, how come the amendment? We were able to pass amendments that gave freedom to Black people. We were able to pass acts that were able to give more rights towards Black people. How come
Why
our
did we have to
Constitution
pass
allow?
those laws
I let you
if
finish.
our country is not rooted in
I let you
racism?
finish. I let you finish.
Simple.
The fact that our Constitution allows for us to do what we need to do to give freedom to everybody, which is the goal of America, shows that our country is not rooted in racism. Yes, I agree with you, Wesley, 100%. I'm not saying that we didn't have racist laws. I'm not saying that Black Americans were not oppressed. That is simply a lie. That is simply anybody who says that is misinformed. If you look from anywhere from the 1860s all the way, even before that, not really before that, because at the end of the day, they weren't basing it because they're Black. They were basing it because they're slaves. But if you look 1860s all the way up to the 1960s, yes, every law that we had was mostly when it came to Black people was based on racism. Past that, you have seen so much change, which shows that our country wasn't rooted in racism. Because if it was, we wouldn't allow these things.
One thing I have to say. So basically, what you're saying is we should say thank you, founding fathers. Thank you so much for giving us permission to eventually not be racist. Thank you. Instead of starting out not racist from jump, thank you for eventually allowing us
you're not
after 150, 200 years
in America,
eventually allowing us
it doesn't work like
to
that.
let us not be racist. Thank you so much. Two. Damn it. Never mind. Go ahead.
No,
when America was founded, they were not founded in racism. They didn't say, "Oh, you see these slaves over here? We're not going to give them rights because they're Black."
I got it. Wait, I got it. Wait, one more thing, and then I'm going to let Alex go. Do you not know what race realism is? The reason Black people were slaves were because people were racist.
Dude.
People literally made up different things in sciences.
Nah, bro, you're smoking crack.
Different things in sciences that made people were just racist. People literally believed there was a reason that Black people deserved to be slaves. They made up literally race science, which is a thing that the whole goal was to and basically say that black people are not equal human beings.
Okay,
That's
how do you
Okay.
explain
Okay.
black
Again,
people?
I asked this question: was this after the 1860s when slaves were free, or was this before when our country was being founded? Because guess what?
Before.
Like I said,
Before.
dude.
Yes.
Africans
Yes.
sold Africans. Africans sold Africans regardless of color. They didn't say, "Oh, you're black. Come here so you can." No, that's
It
not how that
doesn't
works.
matter. It doesn't matter.
Gregory, it's
The
as
reason
simple as
white
this.
people,
That's why they
the
chose
reason
the
white
slave.
people, the reason white people, the way that
Because they
white
came
people
from Britain.
were able, the reason that the way that white people were able to make it okay to them was because they thought that black people were not equal. That's
This is
why it was
this
okay
happened
to them.
after the
That's
1860s,
why it was okay.
after slaves were
That was
free. That's
that
why
was
you see it
before.
for racist.
That was when the slave trade was happening.
Yo,
That's when race science was created. That was
Okay,
when the
so
slave trade was happening. They used that
That's
as an
what that-
excuse to bring
What
black
that?
people and be like, okay, we should. It was literally so that the people manning
Okay.
slave ships weren't going to go and fucking kill themselves. That's literally why. That's literally why. It was meant to basically cater to the white people that are transporting these slaves. That's the whole reason why race sciences existed.
All right, Alex, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I mean, you're saying something. You're saying our country isn't rooted in racism, and then you're explaining how our country is rooted in racism.
No, rooted in racism means that we started from the beginning. This is what it is. It never said specifically a black man does not have rights. Just says slaves. Okay? Just says slaves.
Who
all right?
cares what it fucking
Just
says?
because they didn't say it,
I
and it
didn't
was
have rights back
consensus
then.
around everybody.
And guess
Just-
what? Guess
okay.
what?
It
They
didn't
literally
need to
brought
be
it up
said.
multiple
They were
times.
like,
we
yeah,
should
that's how it
abolish
is.
slavery.
Hey,
They said
Greg,
it multiple
Greg,
times.
Greg,
we should
Greg,
abolish slavery. At the founding.
Greg.
Go ahead.
Do we give animals rights right now? Do we write down animal rights right now? That's how they viewed black people then. They were like, oh, we're not even gonna have to mention them because that's how low they are to us. That's why
They
they
actually
didn't
do
even
give animal
bother
rights.
mentioning
They
them.
actually
It
do
was
give animal rights.
There's an animal bill of rights
It
right
was
now. There's an animal bill of
consensus.
rights.
No.
Where is there an
they're
animal
a
bill
part
of rights
laws.
in law?
You cannot. They're a part of laws. You cannot abuse a dog. If you're found abusing an animal, you will be. The animal will be arrested. You will go to jail.
So
for
they
that.
got
I
more
dare
rights
you
than we
to
did.
beat
They
your
got
dog
more
in front
rights
of a
than we
fucking cop.
did.
Again, that's
Dogs
funny.
had more rights than we did. They literally had better rights than we did.
Yo, Wesley, bro, I got one question for you. Okay? How could a civilization that was sailing on ships, conquering literally the world, see people who have not yet invented the wheel as equals?
Because they're human fucking beings.
And how are
They
they
have
supposed to see
You're
that?
not
tribalistic
superhuman.
instincts because of
You're not
tribalism.
superhuman. You're not superhuman because you crossed the fucking sea. That doesn't make you fucking superhuman.
I'm not.
Still
I
a
never said
human
it did. I'm
being.
said how
That
can
doesn't
they?
make you okay. So that's how you view them as superior. It does. I mean, as equals. It's as simple as that. As long as you are of the same flesh and blood, you are fucking equal. It's that simple. You
Okay,
don't have
Wesley.
to do
Now you're
anything.
progressive
You don't
and you
have
know
to
that.
earn. You don't have to earn fucking rights. That's dumb
Wesley,
as
if
shit.
you were a white conqueror back there, you would have done the same thing. You would have just
Exactly.
conquered these people and
Are you
enslaved them, bro.
No, I
justifying it now?
definitely would not.
No, but hold on. Wait a minute. Listen.
And
to
if
end
I
the
did, it would have
conversation-
been because of social factors, not
To
because
end
of
the-
intrinsically
That
me
doesn't
thinking
change
that.
the fact that it's
Exactly.
rooted
See,
in
that's what they
racism.
did, bro. That's not because these people intrinsically hated black people. It's because of that's what the time was. You said it
It
yourself,
doesn't
man.
matter why they did it. It's the outcome.
It does matter why they
It
did it.
doesn't
What the fuck you
matter.
mean?
If their
No,
outcome
because
is
it.
racist,
Wait a minute.
why
No,
should
wait.
it
Hold
matter
on.
if
Wait
they
a minute.
thought
Wait a
about
minute.
it?
You're
Because
saying
they're
it
too
doesn't matter
stupid
why
to
they did
realize
it.
what they did was
Critical
What matters
racist.
that they
racism is
did.
trying to say that America did this because they're rooted in racism, but you're saying it doesn't matter why they.
Because they were too stupid to realize what they were doing was racist does not mean
Yo,
what they were
Alex,
doing wasn't racist.
so it doesn't matter what they
Facts.
were thinking or what they were. It just
Okay, because they were
There's
genociding people that
black
weren't their
people
race.
were
and
in
they
a bad
weren't-
position. It just matters that they were smoking crack, so they get jailed. Okay, that's it, man. End of story. Doesn't matter what position they were. That's what you're saying, right? Doesn't matter what position you
I'm
are.
saying
It just matters
if
that
their
you did it.
outcome
Okay,
is
black people were
racist-
smoking
That
crack.
doesn't
They
even
go
if
to
their
jail.
No,
Okay,
that
outcome is-
doesn't. He literally had nothing to do with position
Yeah,
at
like,
all.
dude,
That
what
was
are you
literally
going on
nothing
about?
to do with
What
anything.
I said was if your
Positions was
outcome
never
is
even
racist,
a word he said out his mouth.
Yeah, if I said if your outcome is racist, then it doesn't matter why you did it. You're still a racist. That's not hard. If you what you're doing, leads to
All right, guys.
racism. Why you did it doesn't matter.
Right. Exactly. That's like me beating my dog every time it pees on the floor or it doesn't do what I say. But I'm like, dude, what do you mean? Like, that's how I was taught to train it. Like, I'm just training my fucking dog. Why do you have such an issue? And you're like, dude, you're abusing animals. You're a fucking animal abuser. And you're like, no, he's not an animal abuser because in his mind, all he's doing is training his dog. So it doesn't matter that he's actually
There's a
beating
difference
this
between
damn dog.
abusing your dog and
What?
disciplining your dog. There's a difference, all right? And
Yeah,
I'm just
that's what I'm
that.
saying.
I'm just trying
That's
to
what I'm
specify
saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. You being too stupid to recognize that line has nothing to
What'd you
do
call
with
me?
whether you're an actual
Not you
animal
directly.
abuser. Yeah, you're not, are you not, is
Yo,
nobody
Alex.
listening to what I'm saying?
Whoa,
What's up,
hold
guys
on. Wait a
listening?
minute. What did you call me?
I'm not talking about you.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
saying
okay,
Oleg's
okay.
fucking analogy is retarded. Just because someone doesn't fucking realize what they're doing is bad doesn't mean that it's not bad.
Yo,
Simple.
Wesley, imagine tomorrow you wake up in the world, okay, where every single white person is a slave, and if you tell them that people shouldn't be slaves, they tell you that you're absolutely retarded, and they beat
Cut
how
out.
your life's got to go. What are you going to do, man?
Then
Oh,
I
I
would
cut out?
literally go
Okay.
through the specific ways why slavery should not be a thing. They are
Right, you're just
literally
going to tell
equal
them that
human
they're
beings.
human, right?
The only
And right,
difference
we
is the color
all
of
agree
their
on
skin.
that.
Right, it's as simple as that. And if they don't agree, well then fuck. What am I gonna do but keep
Exactly.
on giving
What would they
the
all
message?
supposed to do?
Keep on giving the message. Keep on giving the message. Keep on giving the
Right,
message.
okay.
You don't give up because you're like, you know what? I'm in a fucking homophobic society. Fuck it. Like, you know what? It's okay. I'm not homophobic, but I'm not gonna say anything about the society I live in because it's already homophobic. What
Wesley,
am I
bro.
gonna do? Like, fuck it. It's okay. Like,
Bro,
I just
don't
feel
have
like
to
we're
say
going
anything.
around in circles.
I never
I
have
just
to
feel
fight
like
for
we're
a
going
single
around in
issue
circles.
again.
Yo,
I just feel
Wesley,
like
as
we're
a
going around
guy
in
that's like
circles.
saying in Nazi Germany, I wouldn't have been Nazi, bro. I would have been the hero that stood up and saved the day. Like hell you would, bro. Like hell you
I'm
would.
not saying
okay?
that. I
I
either would have been a hero
Yeah, okay,
or I
Alex,
would have
bro.
died
Okay,
early.
Alex.
I either would have been a hero or I would have died early because guess what? I would have Jews
Right,
in my
okay,
fucking
guys.
house.
I know
I
we're
would
all
have Jews in
heroes.
my
His
house.
head would
My
be
house
in
right
my
here,
hand.
I would have invited Jews in my house. We would
We're
have
literally
we
talking
would have had
about
shelters. We would
Yeah,
have had a
okay,
bunch of shit.
okay.
So I would have either died by my beliefs or I would have saved fucking everyone. Simple as
Dude,
that.
we're literally talking.
All
about,
right.
like,
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
We're going
okay,
the
they're
round
superheroes.
circles.
I
We're
get it. I
going.
get it.
Wait,
We're
hold
all
on.
heroes, guys. I know we all saved the day. I just wonder how did it happen?
Because of people like Trump, fascist people. Literally,
Right,
they
because
tied
I'm just
economic.
being realistic here. I'm not saying that I'm a superhero
You know
that's gonna
why?
save the
You
day.
know why Nazism has happened? The first thing they did actually was go after education. Did you know that? Did you know that? Do you know that they taught that anything that was against that taught about Germany critically, anything, they took it out of history books. They took it out. Everything. They started putting things against Jews inside of schools. That became part of propaganda that children heard from when they were in literally elementary school. The first thing they did was come after education, which is very funny because what are we going after now? The history
Education.
of fucking white intolerance and how that interacts with slavery and all these other things about Martin Luther King. We're coming after education.
My question
It's
is
just,
this.
it's
My question
literally
is
the
this.
same
Is
thing.
it
That's
banned in
what
colleges?
happens. They
Is it
start
banned in
early,
colleges?
they start young, they get to the kids, and then with the adults, all they have to do is, okay, we will make it economically better for you if you let us become fascists. And people are struggling, starving, especially. That's why a lot of fascists rise in times of economic disparity, because that's when people are most vulnerable. They just want food on the table. They don't care who gives it to them. So fascists are like, you know what? You're going to give me food on the table? I'm going to vote for you. It's as simple as that. I don't care what else goes on because it doesn't affect me. It puts food on my table for my kids. Boom.
Right.
That's how
right.
fascism happens. That's
Right.
literally
And
what
you would
happens.
be
That's literally how it
kids.
happens.
Right, Wesley. And you would be the hero and you would be like, fuck my kids, fuck my family. I'm going to go save everybody and save the day, right? That's what you were telling me.
Why are you justifying it? Just realize it for
Right?
what it is.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
call
Why are you
it what
trying to
it is.
My
justify?
question is this.
So
My
you're
question
saying
is
that I
this.
should? So wait, no, what you're saying is that I should have been a fucking Nazi person if I was in Germany. I definitely should have been one of those.
Let me respond.
You should be those person. That's what
Okay,
you're saying.
so
you're like, there's
that's
no
not what I'm
excuse for you not to be. You should
No,
be
that's
that
not what I'm
person.
saying.
That's just, it's just what happens. Your social factors. That's just what happens by you being there. You have to become
Bro,
a
but you
Nazi
can't
person.
just. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that you can't just blame these people for what was going on. You know.
Okay, but you have to call it for what it is. You not saying,
Exactly.
oh,
Sure,
it's not,
You can't say it's
saying
not
that.
That's
racist
not
because
racist.
of that. Yeah, exactly. You can't say it's not racist because of that. That's dumb as shit.
because
It
they're
was
too
racist,
stupid
and
because
they
of
were
the situation
Nazis.
to know.
Right.
I'm not saying you shouldn't call out on them. I'm just saying that you should realize that that's what it was. You know, that's what happened. It wasn't a personal choice for people.
It doesn't.
Fuck
I don't
them.
fucking care. I don't
Oh,
care.
Wesley. Actually, never mind.
No. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say.
No, I forgot.
All right, y'all.
I just feel like we're going around in circles.
All right, all right.
Yeah. It is.
Alright.
It's time.
It's
We had a
time,
great
it's time.
discussion though.
We did.
Hell
Thank
yes.
you guys. Thank
Hell
you
yes.
everyone for being a part of this. Had lots of fun. We got through a lot of stuff. Damn, kind of went on over the
We went
time.
3
but-
hours, bro.
So that was our panel. I would appreciate if you guys left a like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. Please.
Yes.
We're trying to grow this channel, so sharing it really helps. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Peace.